Hi, fourth graders. Today we're talking about lesson 90, which is on page 569, and we're multiplying two-digit numbers, and this would be part 2. So we started this last week, we introduced it, practiced a little, and now we're going to keep going with that same idea again. So remember, the steps for multiplying two-digit numbers are to first multiply by the ones digits, and then multiply by the tens digit, and then to add the two products together to get the total. So for example 1, a college auditorium has 27 rows of seats and 46 seats in each row. So we know we're multiplying 27 by 46. How many people can be seated in the auditorium? Okay, so first the step is to multiply 46 by the 7, because that's the ones place. So multiply 46 by 7 ones. Okay, and if I were going step by step through it, I'd say 7 times 6, and that gives me 42. So the 2 comes down to my answer place, and I carry up the 4, 42. So here's the 2, here's the 4. Next, 7 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28, and then I add in these 4 extras that I carried up here. So 28 plus 4, so 29, 30, 31, 32, and bring the 32 down here. Okay, continuing step 2, I'm moving to the tens place. So now I'm taking that same 46 by 2 tens. So notice that the 2 is over here in the tens place. So 2 times 6 is 12. And my 2 comes down, keeping it in the tens place, and I carry up the 1 for the 12. 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus the 1 I carried up here is 9. So 920. Notice this 0 here because I don't have anything, I didn't use the ones place, so I brought my 0 down. Okay, now my next step, step 3, is to add the two products together. So I take my product from the ones place, my product from the tens place, and I add them together. Okay, let's try another example. Example 2. A golf course has 46 different spectator mounds. Each mound can seat an average of 72 spectators. How many spectators can be seated on the mounds altogether? Okay, so I have my 46 mounds, 72 spectators, and I am multiplying those together. Okay, so for my first step, I'm taking 2 times 6, which is 12. My 2 comes down, I carry up the 1. 2 times 4, still in the ones place, is 8, plus this 1 that I carried up is 9. Okay, now I've multiplied both by the ones place. I'm going to move to the tens place. So now I'm multiplying everything by the 7 and the tens. Okay, so 7 times 6, we always go back to ones. 7 times 6 is 42. My 2 comes down to the tens place, and I carry up the 4. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 4, 29, 30, 31, 32. And I bring my 32 straight on down here. Okay, so now I've multiplied by the ones place and got 92, multiplied both by the tens place and got 3,220. My next job is to add them all together. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 2 is 11. 1 comes down, I carry the other 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, and then 3 comes down. So how many spectators can be seated on the mounds altogether? 3,312. Okay, example 3, moving on to page 570. Adelio estimated the product of 86 and 74 to be 6,300. Did Adelio make a reasonable estimate? Well, your first thing would be to round. 86, and since that 6 is 5 or higher, we round up to 90. Round 74 down, because that 4 to 70. And think to yourself, 9 times 7 is 63. And I have 2 zeros to put at the end. All right, let's practice, lesson practice together. You try it on a piece of scratch paper or a whiteboard, whatever you have, and then check your answer. So go ahead and practice A, 38 times 26. Okay, we're going to start with just the ones place, so 6 times 38. So 6 times 8 is 48. My 8 comes down, and I carry this 4 up because I'm not done multiplying yet. 6 times 3 is 18 plus the 4 I carried up here. So 18 plus 4, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, now I'm going to move to the tens place. I multiplied by the ones place. Now I'm going to move to the tens place. Okay, so now I'm going to take this 20, the 2 represents 20, and multiply it first by the 8 and then by the 3. Since I'm moving to the tens place, I'm going to hold the ones place with a 0. So I know that I'm talking about tens instead. And now multiply 2 times 8 is 16. My 6 comes down, and then I have to bring that 1 up here. You can just cross out this 4. We've already used it. We don't need to. 2 times 3 then is 6, plus the 1 we carried up is 7. Okay, I've now multiplied by the ones place and the tens place. I can add the 2 partial products together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. 2 plus 7 is 9. Okay, so altogether we have 988. Go ahead and try B, 49 times 82. Okay, remember, first of all, we are going to multiply by the ones place. Okay, so 2 times 9 is 18. And my 8 can come down, but then I have to carry that 1 up because I can't put it in my answer yet. I'm not done multiplying. So carry it up to be added in later. 2 times 4 is 8. And then I add in the 1 I carried in. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Okay, now I am moving to the tens place. So I'm doing 8 tens multiplied by 49. Since I'm moving to the tens place, I'm going to hold the ones place with a 0. And now remember, we always start over here first. Okay, 8 times 9 is 72. My 2 can come down, and then I can bring my 7 up to be added in. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 7 is 39. Okay, so I've added, or I can now add because I've multiplied my ones place and my tens place. 8 plus 0 is 8. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry your 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. Carry your 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. So 49 times 82 is 4,018. Okay, go ahead and do C, 84 times 67. Okay, first we're going to multiply by the ones place. 7 times 4 is 28. 8 comes down. My 2 gets carried up. 7 times 8 is 56, plus the 2 I carried over is 58. Moving to the tens place, so now I'm going to have 6 tens times 84, holding the ones place with my 0. 6 times 4 is 24. Carry up your 2. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 2 is 50, making sure I'm lining everything up. Okay, I've multiplied by the ones place and the tens place. I can add my partial products together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. So carry up this 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. And then my 5. Okay, go ahead and try D. 8 times 5 is 40. The 0 comes down. My 4 gets carried up to be added in. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 4, 49, 50, 51, 52. I have nowhere left to carry it, so they can both come down. Okay, moving on to multiplying by the tens place. 0 to hold my place in the ones. 4 times 5 is 20. My 0 comes down. My tens place gets carried up. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 2 is 26. Now I can add the partial products together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 0 is 2. 5 plus 6 is 11. Carry up your 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay. One more. Maya is renting 21 tables for our reception. The rental charge is $29 per table. Explain how Maya can make a reasonable estimate for the total cost. Okay, so she's going to be making an estimate. She can round. So if she has 21 tables, we can round that to the nearest 10, which would give us 20 tables. We're multiplying by $29 per table, which if we're estimating, we can round. $29 would round up to the next 10, which would be 30. Then I can just think to myself, okay, what is 2 times 3, which is 6. And then how many zeros do I have? 1, 2. So 2 zeros can come into my answer. So the estimate of the total cost would be $600. Okay, go ahead and practice your reteaching for lesson 90. Check your answers with your answer key that you have in your packets. And then go ahead and do lesson 90 homework for this week. All right, good luck. Thank you.